Hi guys, it's Allie with Chaos Monkey, and I wanted to just do a finish video for Mary Maxim. This was the nap time blankie and hat from the February 2019 knit kit, and I did finish it. And I'm just kind of seeing the pattern here. I can't remember any changes. The blanket was fine. The blanket pattern was fine. There was no problems with it in the instructions. So I'll show you. There you go. And of course I'll put a picture in so you can see the full size. But here's the cast off edge. And then the other edge, of course, is going to be more scalloped because this is the edge we started on. It's a pretty good size blanket. I do like the yarn. It's really soft. It's a tiny bit splitty, but not bad. But they wanted you to stop knitting at, they just gave you a distance. Let me see, where was it? 26.5 inches from the cast on edge. I think I went closer to 30 before I cast off. And I still have one whole ball left. So there was four balls in this kit, and I did the blanket and the hat with 3 balls, and I still have a full ball left. So I could do booties and like even a little jacket or something later. So that's just, and I made the blanket a little bigger. So, and it kind of stretches wider than it does tall because of the lace work. I didn't wash and block it yet. I'm going to wash and block it, but it's kind of rainy out here and overcast, so I want to wait till it gets sunnier so it'll dry. But again, it is acrylic, so blocking isn't really going to open the lace up. You know, it's 100% acrylic, but it does need to be washed and just laid out to dry and all of that. And I'll try to open the lace up a little better, but it's not going to make much of a difference because it is acrylic. But it's super soft, super stretchy. I do like the yarn, especially for baby items. And then I also made the hat, and here's the hat. And it just has the little lace pattern at the bottom. And this hat is, I had to go down quite a few needle sizes. So for the blanket, I used a size 8, which is what the pattern asked for. Let me double check. Yeah, and I maybe could have gone down to a 7, but I mean, if you look in the stockinette, you see how it's pretty firm. I mean, it's not really holey or anything, so I like the way that looked. So I just left it at the size 8, but I might have gone down to a 7, maybe. But for the hat, I went down to a 5. And it doesn't tell you to do that in the pattern. They just say cast on, like you're supposed to use 8s for the hat. And I actually did that in the beginning because I wasn't thinking, and it came out way big. So I got past here on 8s, ripped it all out. This is supposed to be 0 to 3 months. So I hit gauge, so this is a little big to me for 0 to 3. If you can see my hand and how tall it is. Of course, baby heads are big, but I'm thinking this is almost like a 3 to 6 from my judgment. You know what I mean? And you know it's not going to shrink during the wash or anything. But yeah, babies have big heads, so I could be underestimating that a little bit. But 0 to 3 is still too small. I'd say 3 to 6 for the hat. So I would maybe, since I just made this per the directions and going down to a 5 instead of an 8, I would probably make a smaller hat if I really wanted it for a newborn or for 0 to 3. I would go down a repeat on the lace pattern and then not make it as tall, and then do the decreases. Because you really can't go any smaller than a 5 to get it smaller overall. I mean, maybe if you could go down to a 3, which is a pretty thin yarn, you might be able to follow the pattern exactly and not have to take out a lace repeat. But I don't know, I definitely would have to make a smaller hat though if I wanted it for a newborn or actually 0 to 3 months. So how they expect you to do a 0 to 3, sorry, my lighting is crazy, with a size 8 needle. because it doesn't give you, it doesn't say use another needle for the hat. It just says size 8. There's no way you'd have a 0 to 3 month hat with a size 8, but again, it's Mary Maxim patterns. And the hat was done flat, and I did it in the round. I just adjusted it to do it in the round, because I'm not going to do a hat in the flat. So yeah, so that's really it. The only adjustment I had to make is if you're going to do the hat in the round, take out the knit 1 they make you do at the beginning of every, at the end of every right side row. They make you do a knit 1, and I think that's kind of like to make a seam, to like seam it together when you know, so you do it flat, you're doing lace, and then you're purling back, and you're doing lace, and you're purling back. They make you do like a knit 1 at the end of the right side rows, and I just took that out because I didn't need it. And then just follow the pattern like usual, except you would do it in the round. You would just do the lace pattern, and then instead of doing a purl back, you just do a knit round in between, and then the lace pattern, and then a knit round, and a lace pattern, and a knit round. And then of course once you get here, you just knit until you get to your decreases. And it said to go 5 inches, and I think that was a bit too much. I did go to the 5 inches before decrease, and again, I think it came out a little big. It's hard to tell when it's on the needles. And then you just do the decreases like they say. So you don't have to do it flat. It's really easy to convert it to in the round if you want. But that's the only modifications I made, and I really like the pattern. There was no issues, there was no errors. But the blanket came out fine. The hat I would probably do smaller if you actually want a 0 to 3 month size, and just adjust it for that. And yeah, I'm gonna put the ball of yarn with this and kind of put it away to keep after I wash it. And I might like pull it out, make a smaller hat and booties, and maybe a little jacket, you know, and just kind of give this to someone separately for a bigger baby. Because, you know, this blanket isn't that big, but I guess you could give it to an older baby if you wanted with this hat. Since this hat's like 3 to 6 months or bigger, the blanket might be like a good whoopee blanket, nicer blanket to drag around, you know, with a bigger baby. It doesn't have to be a newborn set, but if you wanted a newborn set, definitely go down on the hat size. And so it depends. If I find someone to give it to or a baby shower, then I will probably just take that other ball and make a smaller hat, a smaller little jacket, little booties, and then give it with the blanket, and just pull this hat out, you know, depending on the time of year and, you know, all that stuff. So, but yeah, this one's done. I'm really glad to be done with it, because knitting a blanket takes forever, you guys. It is a form of torture. I liked the lace pattern, it kept it interesting, but it was so long. Oh my gosh. Especially in this fingering weight yarn, because this is like a fingering weight. So I definitely don't want to be knitting another blanket anytime soon. I definitely need a break from knitting blankets. But yeah, super fun pattern. You know, I just kind of did a few repeats a night, and just kind of worked my way through it. I didn't want to get completely burnt on it, because it is so long. Because you got to do one side and then purl back and then do another side, and you're like feeling like you're not making any progress. So, alright guys, so that's it. Just wanted to show you the finish. I will put pictures in of the blanket spread out so you can get an idea of the actual size. And I'll talk to you later. Bye. Okay, and then I just wanted to show you guys the yarn. I didn't have it handy, so I had to go get it. So the yarn that came with this kit is actually Mary Maxim yarn and Trendy Baby, in case you guys were interested in the yarn. I did show it during the unboxing, of course, but since I had the extra ball, I figured I'd show it to you. And this is in Playful Pink print. So I just wanted to add this to the video, because in case somebody's like, what was the yarn? There you go. That was the yarn. It's really nice to work with. It's similar to ice cream yarn. Like I said, just a little splitty, so you kind of have to watch it. And you're knitting, so you're not splitting it on your, and you don't catch it. I didn't crochet with it though, so I can't honestly tell you if it splits a lot during crochet or not. I was just did this project. So yeah, and I have used it in the past in other Mary Maxim kits, but they were all knitting. So, but I'm pretty sure that a crochet would probably be less splitty than the knitting, to be honest, but that's a guess. So, alright.